The market research stage has enabled you to identify potential customers in the market to whom you can offer your first aid trainings and products to. In order to adapt your offer to maximize your chance of a sale, you need to take two main factors into account. 1. Customer needs and expectations. 2. Analysis of potential accidents in the workplace. In this video, we'll give you tips on how to prepare your approach to potential customers so that you offer customers something that's tailored to their needs and the health and safety risks they've identified. To convince your customers to buy your first aid trainings and kits, you need to highlight your value proposition, the benefits that your offer brings to them. Think about what defines you and what makes your offer the best on the market. Doing so helps you to justify your pricing and differentiates you from your competitors. Ways that you can boost your value proposition are, for example, by highlighting the fact that you are part of the world's largest humanitarian organization known for its first aid standards, or specify whether you are certified by a regulatory body. You should also explain how first aid training for the employees will benefit the customer. For example, it can reduce the number of accidents and the severity of injuries should they occur, reduce the human, economic, and legal consequences of a serious accident, help save lives in and outside the workplace, strengthen and develop employee skills. Through these arguments, customers can start to see why they need and want first aid trainings and kits in their workplace. Once you've approached potential customers with your value proposition, you need to listen to their needs and expectations and adapt your offer accordingly. For example, it may be necessary to adapt the format or methods of the first aid training, such as doing 2 days instead of 3, or the addition of specific modules at the customer's request. Finally, to complete your offer, you need to carry out an assessment of the workplace risks that are likely to cause injury or illness to employees based on the company's sector. The risk management approach includes the following steps. Identify the potential causes of work-related injuries and illnesses. Assess the risk of accidents using a risk analysis grid. Identify appropriate first aid training modules. You can adapt your training to include first aid modules according to the family of risks identified. For example, for accidents related to manufacturing, modules such as bleeding, fractures, or skin injuries are important to focus on. You may also be required to advise customers on the number of first aid kits, the installation of an accessible automated external defibrillator, AED, the number of first aiders at work.
La réponse de la Croix-Rouge française va au travers d'un service de formation professionnelle qui est un service vraiment dédié à la réponse entreprise pour avoir une réponse la plus adaptée possible. Il convient en effet de travailler avec le client, les besoins, identifier les risques pour pouvoir faire une proposition de réponse adaptée parmi tous nos programmes de formation. À la Croix-Rouge française, on a l'utilisation d'outils digitaux, donc c'est l'accès des entreprises à notre plateforme de e-learning et cette plateforme de e-learning peut être adaptée à des besoins spécifiques. Alors la particularité du système français, c'est de prévoir ce qu'on appelle une santé ou sécurité au travail, qui est en lien avec une médecine du travail qui a comme rôle de la prévention des accidents et également la réduction des risques. Donc il y a obligatoirement un travail collaboratif entre la Croix-Rouge française et ses acteurs pour pouvoir à la fois maintenir un niveau de connaissance de ces secouristes du travail en assurant des formations mais également des recyclages tous les 2 ans.
Approach and adaptation are essential for acquiring customers. But what's more important is how you plan to retain customers after the sale of your service or product. For example, be sure to ask for their feedback, invite customers to events, and send certification expiry reminders. Always keep in touch. You can also innovate your products to make them more attractive to your customers, such as by creating new types of modules, customized first aid kits, or even a refresher course for employees at a set frequency.
La Croix-Rouge française propose une attractivité au travers de journées de sensibilisation. L'idée est de faire prendre conscience aux salariés des enjeux de la formation au secourisme et également des actes de prévention dans les entreprises pour les emmener secondairement sur une formation au premier secours. Si l'objectif est de développer des formations en entreprise, il ne faut pas hésiter à mettre en place un véritable service avec des formateurs spécialisés dans ce domaine. En effet, la réponse des besoins de nos entreprises est très différente de la mission que peut faire la Croix-Rouge auprès de la population. Et il s'agit à ce moment-là d'avoir une formation pédagogique adaptée pour pouvoir répondre réellement aux besoins des risques professionnels.